A modded John Deere 710 that could be painted red? Oof, I blame K-Bot. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ. Today we got some new and updated mods to take a look at for Farming Simulator 22. In total, we got 18 mods. For all platforms, we got 9 new and 3 updates. And PC Mac Player have 3 new and 3 updates. We're going to load up each mod in the store, take a look at the customization, check out slot counts for console players, and review all of the mods that got updates. I make mod review videos every time mods are released on the in-game mod hub, which is usually Monday through Friday, so get subscribed if you're new, that way you never miss any. Starting off today with some new ones for all platforms. Got a new map, Western Australia from Farmer Bob. This has got 27 farmlands, 25 fields, 3 self-owned fields, and new farmer mode, so that's nice. And they do say in order to sell fruits from these storage silos, they must be loaded onto truck and transported to the sell point, like literally every other map. Several large fields are on the map, and you've got a great starting fleet as well. And you know what? I would have to agree. There's a lot going on here. Some big fields, boys. Look at this. $2.4 million. Goodness gracious. At least fields that you own. Field number 2 by itself, $1.3 million. Field number 1, $916,000. $360,000. You got some big fields, my dudes. A whole lot. And of course, you got Western Australia up there at the top. Looking good, man. Looking very, very good. Let's take a look at that starting fleet and let's see what it's all about. So starting off, we have the Massey 8S, you've got the Fendt Vario 900 and the large JCB. We got a Mack Superliner, so you got the big truck, Case IH Axoflow 9250s, a big combine harvester, you got the old pickup and the Mahindra Retriever. You got 3 different tipper trailers, you got a big old header, big corn header as well, a stone picker, humongous cultivator, a big seeder, a sprayer, and a fertilizer spreader. You got big equipment, a whole lot going on here. Massive stuff going on. And not too bad either. Not too bad at all. Now, we can own the waterway system, but it's going to cost you. Normally, this kind of thing is free, but not here. And can we own the outside of the map? Looks like that may be the only areas, just those waterways that you could buy. Yep, that is it. So, there you go. What do you guys think? Western Australia. Also, if you guys are on consoles, this is going to be 1,144 slots. Next new one for all platforms today is the John Deere 710 from DjGoHam. This bad boy has got 50 horsepower manual transmission, 70 liters of fuel, 18 mile per hour max speed, weighs 2.3 tons by itself, and it's 9 slots on consoles. As far as customization, we got roll bars, yes and no. We got a roof that you could throw on there if you want to. Now, you can do the roll bar and the roof both at the same time, but I'm not sure it actually wants you to do both those at the same time. So, just a heads up there. Then we got a wheel setup of wide tires and standard tires on the back. We've got a main color option, so you could change that up. You've got a grill color in the very front, roll bar color for themselves. We're going to change it up to maybe red. Let's change those roll bar colors. There you go. And then we've got a color for the roof individually. That's pretty cool. And of course, naturally, you've got rim colors. Now, one thing I will say is those hubs in the very middle, those are still going to stay yellow. So heads up. Next new one for all platforms is the self-marketing mod. Now with this one, we've got quite a few placeables. We got some sell points, some buy points, and well, just some regular old points. And within it, there may be a little bit of confusion as well, starting with, well, my confusion for these boxes. So these are supposed to be vending machines, which is great. I love that. I think that's pretty cool. They come in boxes and, well, they land on their feet. The issue is, I don't know how to get the vending machine out of there. I tried shaking it and it doesn't work, but it always falls on its feet, so that's good. Let's jump in and show you guys where these can be found. Maybe you help you out just a little bit. So come in here and jump into selling points. This is where you're going to find everything. As you can see right here, we've got a vending machine, and it is for, well, cheese, egg, milk, all that kind of good stuff. We've also got vending machines for other types of different things as well. Even one that's a milk filling station. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and even one for decoration. That's awesome. I have no idea how to get them out of these pallets. And there's no trigger, there's no nothing. Now we also have Potato Box, which is somewhere where you can sell your potatoes. We've got the Selling Lodge as extension. Whoop, whoop. So you got a place for that. You've also got a automatic selling spot. Selling launch, very big. So we've got a lot of different things that you could sell right through there. They're really just different visually sell points. It's really all it is. The issue is, these are supposed to be vending machines, but I have no idea how to get them out of there. Next is a big one, the Sugar Factory. This bad boy is going to cost just $70,000, and it is 60 meters by 50 meters. It's huge. It is not just a production, it is an entire facility, but it's actually pretty simple overall. So you've got sugar beets sugar from sugar beets, from cut sugar beets, and from sugar cane. So you put those things in and you get those things out. You've got different capacities, different bits of everything. 36,000 liters out, 360,000 liters in. You should be pretty good. At the end of the day, it's very, very simple sugar facility, but it's absolutely massive. Next up, we've got another mod that might be a little bit confusing by the name, Machinesheds. Well, that's a thing, but this is just a singular shed. It's just a place where you can do your crops, or maybe you want to park a bunch of vehicles, whatever you want to do. It's just a machine shed, and it is very, very large. Next up, we have liquid manure storage. So this has a version with a top and a version without the top. These tanks are used for storage only and cannot be used as extensions on animal pens. It's great that they put that. So we have the uncovered, which is going to cost you $65,000, and we have the covered, which costs you $75,000. Now, one of the neat things is these should also work with the Pumps and Hoses DLC that's about to come out. Set it to, I think it's deliver, if I remember correctly, and it should send the slurry to these, and then whenever you're ready to pump into the field, park your machine right out front. Should work perfectly fine. They also say that both of them are prepared for AI helpers, so that's kind of nice too. Great mod here, looking good. Next up, another placeable, the liquid fertilizer tank. So this is to place on your farm and fill your sprayers with. As you can see, we can come up here, we can do up to 15,000 liters of liquid fertilizer only. Next to last new mod for all platforms is a dealership. Well, kind of, it's a workshop, the Kubota Workshop. This is a workshop, and it works just like any other, but it's got a great opening right there. We've got a nice design inside a place right here where you can work on your vehicles, lighting that works perfectly fine. We've got a door here, which doesn't quite chop our head off, but it's pretty close, just like everything else. That's all right. The door opens and closes very quickly, so you're not going to be sitting around going, come on, go ahead and open the door. And then we've got some other doors on the side that, again, open up pretty quickly. Look great, awesome animations through there. Massive opening at the front and a really good animation on the side. And then we've got a workshop sign for Earth, for Life, Kubota. And your last new one for all platforms today, which I'm gonna guess soon will probably be removed and will only be on PC. This is the Pellet production. So this is made by Disturb Simulation and is made to work with MaizePlus. But as you know, MaizePlus is not a mod that's on consoles. So you've got Duca hay pellets out and Duca beet pellets that are out, which can be used with other bits and pieces in MaizePlus. However, doesn't really have a use in consoles, including the beet pulp, which is also an input, which I'm not sure is a bit that's on consoles. Required mod for this is MaizePlus. However, it is for all platforms. Very cool mod, and it's going to be extremely useful to those of you using MaizePlus. However, I'm just not sure for all platforms it's going to be the right thing. Nonetheless, here's how it works. Well, you've got hay pellets, so you just put hay in, it makes, well, hay pellets out. Nice and easy. Then you've got Duca beet pellets, sugar beet. So you've got sugar beet in as well as molasses, and then out comes beet pellets. And then lastly, you could do beet pulp and molasses, and that's going to, again, make the Duca beet pellets. Again, this is probably not going to stay on consoles very long, just because I don't think consoles have access to like half of the input, so just be aware of that. Making our way over to mod updates for all platforms. The first one is the Bacuri Farm 2K22 version 1.1. They've adjusted the BGA that was having problems, added sugarcane mill, fixed the traffic problem, and adjusted the in-game limestone mine. A new save game is required for this. So delete your old save, and start a new one. Your next mod update for all platforms is the HUSQVARNA Enduro Pack. This is version 1.1. They fixed the handlebars and adjusted the TE sounds. And your last mod update for all platforms today is the Barn with Pigsty, version 1.001. They've added collisions to the silo walls. Making our way into new mods for PC and Mac players today, we get the Agro-Factory II CARO. This is a cultivator at the end of the day, 2.4 meters at 9 miles per hour. 50 horsepower is required for this, and it weighs 635 kilograms. No customization, $6,500. Great design, absolutely beautiful modeling on here. And your second new mod for PC and Mac players today is the CCM Fermenter from Disturbed Simulations. This is another mod that's going to work great with MaizePlus. As you can see here, we've got corn grain grist in, and we get CCM out. So that's kind of nice. You could take that corn grain grist, and you could do it as an input, and then get your CCM out. You don't have to mess around, and you don't have to sit around and ferment it either. It will do everything for you. They say this silo can be filled with raw CCM produced using the Stata mill provided with MaizePlus. The raw CCM will then ferment into regular CCM for feeding your animals. Nice! And look at that silo. Man, that thing looks good. And your last new one for PC and Mac players today is Extended Cruise Control. This expands the functionality of the base game cruise control features. A total of 3 speed memories are now available instead of just 1, which can be set individually. For easier driving through special work, it is now also possible to use permanent cruise control, which is not switched off when the brake is applied and then accelerates back to the desired speed. That is going to be mega helpful. And lastly today, making our way into mod updates for PC and Mac players, the first one is the Iowa Plains View map version 1.002. They've removed unlicensed brand textures, removed custom painting ground textures that were causing an issue, and a new save game is not required for this, which is nice. One thing I will say, if they've removed the unlicensed brands textures, I would assume maybe it would come to all platforms, but doesn't look like that was the case. Your next mod update for PC and Mac players today is MaizePlus version 1.0.1. They fixed the ambient occlusion of the Duca silos, corrected the fill type assignment in some of the Duca feeds, corrected the fill type failure on Duca silos, added multiple buying options for carrot, potato, and empty pallets, added multiple buy option for the MaizePlus IBC, fixed collision and fill trigger problems of MaizePlus IBC, fixed the selling of the empty pallet. MaizePlus IBC are sellable now, adjusted the I-10N tax for the Duca feed, added Dutch, Hungarian, and Czech translations, changed the path for MaizePlus IBC to support auto-load, changed names of CCM and Heston bells to support auto-load, fixed the conflicts with other mods causing problems with the I-10N text, fixed the conflicts with productions and BGAs, fixed the seed drilling filling by hand with DSV seed bags, the R key also works, fixed the fill type revise, and raised the usage of Lupersil of the Stata mill. Whew, I think that's everything. And your last update for PC and Mac players today is MaizePlus Animal Food Additions version 1.0.1. Fix smaller issues resolved with hotfix of MaizePlus. Well guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new and join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure those notification bells are on as well. That way you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. Speaking of those daily videos, we already got Farm Sim News released. Check the first pinned comment for a link to that. Showed off the TLX 9000, 320 excavator update, and that 4830 sprayer. So check it out if you haven't seen it. Otherwise, hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.